Hallelujah. Nyame. Aye muye. Aye muye. Oh. Baby makoma asu. Namayeni awashaminu. Nani radi. Obese oyenu. Odeme. Aye. Baby makoma asu. Sure say. You know everything about the word yourself, so you are not told by someone. For the Bible says that if we dwell in him and his word dwells in us, we shall ask of him anything and he will do it. Everybody says, yes, and anyone and it's empty more. Who's we be an obey? If we dwell in him and his words dwell in us, we shall ask of him anything at all and he will do it. And I'm in the start series, be a more pie whilst we start. Baba Yada was saying, Navy is already only a mobile, or the animal kind. The Koda say, for so you're sorry and no pain, no about answer at a sukutai. You should only a yoke, only a din ye. Any penny in Yanisa, and next when we are mobile. Nesse a fear qua pro between we are in the month of December. Any penny and any say, Baba, when we are you. Yeah, in the hospitals, any presence. And not to say, one more did that presence near Brew, so young chain one baby. What do you kick it? And that's what here. Already, there was a nenso. So we be a and say, you meet you was some. You did not some no so they are bompire, the air can of a fire that was you. You should only a yoke see. Yes, there was a old woman who knew Yamanyakas way, so and every be a come be a remo. So I dream be a need the abyssal had be a rather man talk of my pem. I didn't know every could be a dear and Yam Shamo, that was it. I don't believe in it. Amen. Yeah, hello. Yeah.
Me pacho sorry, I didn't room so no say on to me fam emba. Into no me was station there. I'm so more assignment kesi. Into na me dita say that you closer to home side and car on bet me drop in when it's your man kawadi.
I knew I send the agency she almost a Mancasi Junction. Oh,
yeah,
in some junction.
Because I didn't woman say and a station client, you know, that's the only car making a fast time.
No problem. Oh, dear, Faman. Family number man no frame and I eat me share. No phone number no so text me. Right.
Okay, thank you.
You are bigger than what people say. You are bigger than what people say. Bigger than what people say. You are bigger than what people say. Jehovah, you are good. You are kind. You are bigger than what people say. Oh, where you see me on Facebook? You didn't know what frame me. Oh, Baba.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm going to get way back.
See, I saw quite some money. I just Ubefa and some junction. Ubefa and some junction. How do you give me number? Okay. I mean, your program, we are my friend. Wait. J number, no keke. Me, you catch any song phone number and text me. We are my friend. Me preachy. Ah, I didn't have some cranny. Nicolina, only a man ever near frame me, Babro 3,000, 10,000 times. Yanko. Jehovah, you are good. How do you identify a dead relationship? And I'm catch him saying, yes, you have Proverbs 24. But me, there's a topic we here. Please, can you hear me now? Instagram for Motemenka. How do you identify a dead relationship? A dead relationship. Ebedi Bronya. How do you identify a dead relationship? Hey, Meu. Ayawa.
Hello.
Ayawa number ni ni. Eti wo ayin sesi a. Media. I say obewura in Sawem Junction dey afa Saman kwesi Asama. Da bi o say obewura we. Obe fine. Nti say obe branch. Nti obe branch o nti ene ye hia wo junction o. Me hia wo junction baby amane to ade no. Man to mbrodo no. Wa. Hey. On va jami o nene di. On va jami. En fa me ba prince no me sin koje ni o me ina. Me ni mo be bon komo abewi na gisa owura no watwa mo adura Saman kese. Wana. Prince. Wana. Wana. Can friend say on to me come see Obra demo. Prince to every camera. Okay now. How do you identify a dead relationship? Yeah, I'm minimum starting Proverbs 24. And me kind 1 and 2 no. Me gina 3 and I'm saying the baby. Friends, I chose to 4 and this is here. This year, Bajina baby. This year, driver be or the new baby. Isha no so mja a kwana be branch akwa as a magazine baby a man to mbodo she on sisi a friend no na ji ene mo ba enya ni yide no waju 0554. Also, or made the council here. 0554 343 3112. 0554 343 112. 0554. Oh, you're driving. 0554. Dabi. 0554 343. Wasan from Sisia Antiko. From Sisia, like I just wanna wish you. And then, a bini with you. Umbudeska was candy phone. King, I want me home. As I say, King, the one. And I could check it. Could check it better with you. Count, Sisia and the share. Friend is Sisia, why? Or friend me be now, we just won't be disturbing me, sir. I say, where is the spectacles? Mukra, moody here. Many shimmy. Many no come, and you may not machine. Yeah, I can take it. It's okay. And then they just go to, and then go and come tell it in my casa. Oh. Venture me what? You are going to Prince friend no friend me do. What are the characteristics of a dead relationship? We need to be on our relationship na go, and as only you almost said the relationship is going nowhere. At the end of the day, any I say, now person can bobo so kakra na fe they are just opposing the Proverbs 24. A house is built by wisdom. As once a fierce honoma a nyansan in dear any edisi. Once a jume be is hoa, ne jumano thrivia. A nyansa and in dear any edisi. Once our baby agent hot near Quanima. How do you identify a dead? Every little thing upsets the other person. Yes. Yes, won't it? Not just a buffo. They are easily anchored. We to say, mommy, lack of communication. Yes. So, you already been with relationships, and as a relationship is dead, it's when we realize that, I said there's a lot of drifts. Oma drifting apart so much, say, even though they are together, they don't talk. And I say, you don't talk. They don't communicate. Debbie America say it's quite easy for you to identify, Mama, pray for me, I'm not okay. Nana, what is wrong with you? Please tell me about it. So we know what to pray about, okay? It is quite easy for you to identify a couple oma warrior egu a egu awie ntama initial yes na mama ko na ye kese edo. When everything you used to do now automatically angers him or her. Yeah. Somebody just mentioned that. And again, I'm good. Dora. So lack of empathy on the side of one party. There be one party. Lack of empathy on the side of one party. And carelessness in a lot of things. Carelessness in a lot of. I'm just opposing it with Proverbs 4. carelessness in a lot of ways, in a lot of things. When we say they don't seem to care about themselves. Maybe somebody will let himself and I say herself go. Boy, on CC and on looking good. Boy, on your not doing somebody sabotaging, yes. Sabotaging, and I say smear campaign. The one person will be smearing the other person, saying a lot of nasty things about the person. Lack of communication, lack of empathy. We say we need back on your thinker. There be one side. I think can be any. There are no understanding, and I said there's no understanding. Yes, one should accept his or her mistake, but they don't accept their mistakes until there's a blame. They tend to blame each other. Yes, we tend to blame ourselves more when it comes to a mature mind. What he does and as what she does, and say anytime he takes the blame for what he has done and as what she's done. Nothing will be to blame it on. So there's no trust, neglect is all. And on a lot of things was easily irritable, easily irritated or blaming. Lack of respect. Lack of respect. I deal with lack of respect. I told you we are going to be having our singles and our married seminars here. Lack of respect. Lack of respect. One thing with relationships in itself, if there's no empathy on the side of one person, he or she will tend to disregard or disrespect the relationship they are in. And also, if you do not have any regard for your relationship, then it means that you don't feel for the other party. And even when the other party is having a problem, having a challenge, you'll be standing somewhere. Self-centeredness and a lack of empathy. Now you tend to do things that pleases only you. And also Emma, the other party, what he or she is supposed to get from the relationship. Onya Emma, he or she will also decide on also what you are also looking for in the relationship. Love and as a relationship, a two-way street. You give and as you pour into one another, and the other person must, and you must also pour into you. It's a must. It's a two-way street. There's no way say one person keeps pouring and the other party doesn't pour. So it means that if you're in a relationship, working is very paramount. You need to be working. You need a job, because you can only pour into one person financially if you're also working. And then you should be emotionally stable, because you'll be able to also pour into the other party if you are also emotionally stable. And again, you should be truthful, open, credible. Because when you're credible, you'll be able to also pour into the other person without any doubt. Because in relationships, I always say that in relationships, there are unsaid things. And you man are muscle. You man are come and when they hear the loudest. And they hear the loudest. The things that we do not say it. The things that we tend to internalize. And you might hear this shame. And you might any easy say what they be piano. And when they hear the loudest. We hear the internet makers. When expectations are not met. But you see, we don't even go into relationships with expectations. We go into relationships with requirements. It's either your needs are met or not. Expectations, obi or the expectations, it could be you be obey. So you put your things and as whatever your requirements on the table. So you make the other person know, say, this is what I want. Can you provide it for me? You talk about it. We'll come there later. And see, the truth in it, say, when one person tends to be pouring into the other person, let's just say one person tends to show more love. I'm not talking about telling you I love you. Some people are masters when it comes to saying say I love you. Or can I love you? You know, no do money. Baby, yet saying it. I'm talking about showing love, doing love, acting love, everything about you. And say what. So in relationships, you can tell when the relationship is dead, when there's lack of intimacy, when there's no intimacy. And what is intimacy? Yes, your prophetess. And I made me see a baby brilliant. Yes, I'm a woman. No beer, what beer relationship. Yeah, excellent. Now I'm call. Yes, we had the brilliant 25th, 24th. I feel I had Shabari Dubajualia. Hey, Fano to chain. Yes, what baby? For years to chain. Now, Fadia, show love to your husband, your wife. Let love blossom in your home. Now, friend, everyone when I no be able hear me, Debbie. Being emotionally connected, yes. Being emotionally available. Knowing your partner and your partner knowing you. You petting each other, having easy conversations. They be American petting each other, having no doubts in your mind, because intimacy cannot come when you have doubts. There's not going to be intimacy. So who in your partner here? Lack of trust. Emma intimacy. Emma. So if you do not trust your partner, it is you say eating together. Yes, intimacy. So who's will beat me new being tiny dear. Means intimacy near. Also check your stance. When expectations are not met, it can break the relationship. But I who go into relationships. Well, I'll talk about that one. Taking shower together. Hey, Mamle, well, oh small love, oh. Mamle, when you eating together, it's taking shower together. Ajaman. Don't go anymore. Mamle. I'm not small love. Eating together and taking shower together. I say when expectations are not met, yeah. It's how do you identify a dead relationship? That's what we are talking about today. It's about maybe I will be join us. We are discussing it. No, because we are in a festive period. I am not going to discuss very spiritual details. We say you miss your husband. Don't worry, he will be coming soon. Okay. And also, I have to teach you. I have to help you, so that you make the season a very memorable one for yourself and for your partners. What I say. And so, it do baby. I show love. So how do you identify? For most people, their relationships are dead. Wow, if your relationship is dead or near death, who's a relationship when expectations are not met, no. When you don't go into relationship, you go into a relationship. Let's say every mature relationship, we go into it. We don't go into it with expectation. We go into it with requirements. It's why you put your cards on the table. This is what I want. Can you do it for me? And so he or she will also in turn ask you the same thing. If it so happens, say, positive, then you are good to go. I feel now we expect this. I expect my husband to do this. I expect my wife to do this. No. Put them on the table and let's go. It's a young call. And so, yes. If your relationship is dying or near death, you realize that there's no intimacy. Because no intimacy, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are not going to sleep together and I say you're not going to make love. You can make love without. You can have sex. Good afternoon, darling. I only be any bani. I try me fit 1,000 times say. You want make a like me now you can. I'm good. That's it. And so when intimacy is dying and as a dead in a relationship, it means that the relationship itself is dead. How? What should I say anything? When intimacy is dead, I'm referring to when there's no love chemistry between you. When there's no trust, there's no trust based on the fact that there's no truthfulness. Say no credit any relationship. If one person tends to lie a lot, I always say, oh, Nico, young banner, Shanina, Miss Sanine. Nicolina, Chanico, no girl like I may act when I hear. Can't be not let my trap. Yeah.
Hello, madam.
Yes.
Hello. But I'm not going to be able to find out you.
I am on one of the niggas. I saw Musimo Bansom Junction.
I quite a mind.
I can't be Shamo haunting no affair.
Can't be that way.
Oh, Shamo baby, a man to Bruno.
That's up there.
Baby, a man to Bruno and some Junction, baby, I'm a berano, a fancy.
I was down one.
I will, baby, I overhead in the sono.
Ah, okay. I got your 2 to come and
I basa or the number be mammy, you win or the mammy.
Some new number, but the man is no mamma.
I basa.
Also, by the sum of other cabinet,
I
but
hey, sir. It's in your one number near the mammy first. Hey, Mel. All right. Okay. Don't worry. It's your more midi, so they are almost near to Swim Junction. And never ready, and never ready. And never ready, and never ready. And so, okay, so let me pick this number. 13, 4, 5, 4, 7. 9, 0, 0, 2, 4, 5, 4, 6, 9, 0, 4, 9, 7. Because of the be a fair prince. Obi fair prince. Obi fair prince is here. Mama Organa, Obi fair prince is here. Prince number. Hey, prince number is limited. In a bedroom, I'm friend briefly. I'm in my wife. Tinesi and the baby. Thank you. Nana Tiba. Why you be born? Any parabo, the answer do sika nyina sa yare. Nana Tiba, also yare na anytime you have you have to use that same money to pay for medication. Why you will be born? You have done something to someone, and the person has cursed you. Yeah, Prince. Hey, number driver no was assistant driver no. It's the number 0245 479 097 0245 479. Yeah. Different no more. I different a gentleman was your no omo media. It was your to our mobile. Right. Yeah. But your Facebook, banner. Facebook, banner. I Nana Tiba, also you are a food vendor. By any time you get money, so do see kind of course and why only will be a discount watching you know what I say. I will be no discount some market so. This can be a show. I told Nicholas not to call you. But Nicole, your friend back one friend me being but more macan. But it's okay. Let me I am. All right. Today be today. Today be today. Topic he said me person may elaborate him church me pa and I say a house is built by wisdom and it becomes strong through good sense. Through knowledge, its rooms are filled with all sorts of precious riches and valuables. Was he a feared papa? yɛde nyansa na esi awareɛ yɛde nyansa na ɛware adwuma yɛde nyansa na ɛyɛ adwuma school adesua yɛde nyansa na ɛde sua adeɛ no nso nti no I don't do that my darling ɛnyɛ static sɛ mehu a na sɛ ɔka yɛ na meka ho asɛ I don't do that I just say awurade de ama so let's go enti anytime biara or started way and I was telling you about entrepreneurship. Anyone who wants to become an entrepreneur, you have to go hungry for some time in order for you to make it. Why? Because Sikana Obenyano from the beginning, in fact, when you start a business, the first 5 years, an introductory stage, mostly Afena will break even and will break it through the market. Whether it's a new product and I say be a rebranded product, you are still breaking through. Afena will into whatever a perception people have of your product. Say your papa, that's a whole rebranding. Then you are going to a higher level. If you want to be a product papa, so you want to rebrand it now. One man perceived a better perceived we say a brand. And also no you go and also after who enter into the market. And also after who enter into the market, you are going to give a lot of samples. Things as chrome and as baby to products are widely known. They give samples. They give a idea free samples. People will test it to see whether it's good. Bedriane uko shopping malls no enam cry do onuma the biato so no more grele to be done a kakra mo areas so you taste it so you be able to buy it if you want to be so onuma na bia a drink bi ebi wo mo ye nketo omo yi ba akusi o as tester then they give it to you for you to taste it to see whether it's good. So na other way say it's even when you are starting any business at all a new product you have a beginning, no, break even. Beginning, you are going to accumulate losses, whether you like it or not. You are going to accumulate losses. You'd have to even do more to get less because you want people to get to know the product and what it stands for. It is a whole starting maybe a quite difficult. People get to know the product. No more accepted products and I say, oh, okay. After it becomes first in mind when they want to buy something. And how I will bet me a break even. Break even in nature say, wa moka, unya faso. Into what we share down your losses, one we share down soon your gains be our own much. And so as time goes on, uko enimuna, and son I feel best so. A bedroom baby and son because I feel they must start making profits. Over starting I say who making profit. Now your business is already established. Now you've learned a lot of things. Once you have the pros and the cons and everything. I just finished with my final exams. Man, pray for me so I could get distinction. My darling. If you learned you are over pass. When you are the area now, but you are the you are going to pass. Okay. Okay, darling. I miss you so much. I'm sure you are good. You're called funny Joe. I'm sure you. It's the truth in a sense. The break-even point and it comes with a lot. It won't mean I say the break-even point you are going to make a lot, you are not going to make anything. You are not going to make losses, neither are you going to make profits. But at least a man hope. It tells that your product is now being accepted on the market. After bedroom baby now with for perception. Let's say you good that then it becomes first in mind. It's when somebody wants to buy something and says they're Ghana, we best Sokoto Pepsodent or people Sokoto toothpaste. They buy it first here then Pepsodent. We best Sokoto drink first. Me drink it quite ain't been here. Okay, we be drink our they be cool down. The first one. All right, my darling. God bless you. Into my train, your donation. I'm waiting. She said there will be per drinker. No matter the first drinker, it comes first in mind if you are a soft drink lover. The Coke, the Cokes and the Pepsis and the what not. Even though there are others, any idea, but I know that I know first in mind. Why? Because I know that I will hold them for a very long time. Sounds sooner. It's here in everything we do. A house is built on wisdom. Everything you want to do, if you do not, first of all, adeɛ bi a sɛ ɔyɛ wɔ abrabɔ mu sɛ wanfa nyansa ne nimdeɛ why invest it, you cannot reap the benefits. If you want a relationship, you need to invest in the relationship. And how do you invest in the relationship? Your time, your resources, make up financial resources. It's very important. I won't even go into any relationship now because I'm asked for me, I'm going to withhold whatever thing I have. You are not going to go into any relationship and say for you are going to withhold anything. Because for some people think, especially the women, or maybe feel it's a man's job to take care of me. So she tends to keep whatever she has. Or but that she doesn't support in anything. The man says, and she sees the man as having everything. And so in any area to go on my boss or no didn't see car or any bibia drew a year. Sebema no person or you and man just a bemana this can be a man and I say anytime everything has to come from. If you do not invest financially, if you do not invest your time, if you do not invest your like other resources, like your time, energy, money, and a lot of things, any idea, and in our relationship is going nowhere, because when it comes to relationship, we pour into each other. And also, if you see a dead relationship, and I say if you want to see relationship be a near death experience, there are key things I want to deal with. If you see a year, every relationship be a woman. First off, intimacy is dead. There's no intimacy. Intimacy in your own, you can't hold each other. You can't hold hands, you can't make love. You can have sex, but you can't make love. Without intimacy, you can have sex, but you can't make love. Without communication, there's no love language in there, because communication be anyone man will be aware of the surroundings, and communication would dry up based on a trust. So when you use a communication, I dry up. I have title on a trust. So when say lies a door's womb, and through relationship be and through door's womb, relationship be and through. So if your relationship is built on lies, then definitely a bedroom. If your relationship is built on manipulation, a bedroom. Lies, everything. There are some people they live a lie, everything about them, and just a BBI. Oh, you can't trust to say what can back because wait dear, very true. Lie. It's every relationship that has a falsehood at the beginning of it will definitely come tumbling down. It will crash. If you say every good relationship it should be based on trust, and trust is built on truthfulness, credibility, faithfulness. Can your wife trust you? Can your girlfriend trust you? Can your boyfriend trust you? The boyfriend better trust you, and I mean, if you are our boyfriend trust you, I just owner. Mama and our girlfriend trust you. No. Yeah, bumper. Yeah, discussing. If you think your boyfriend trusts you, tell me about it. If you think your girlfriend trusts you, tell me about it. If you think your wife trusts you, if you think your husband trusts you, tell me about it. Why now shall you deeper or Judiana? Because obviously, if someone is in a relationship with you and on junior, then the relationship is near death. So no communication, it means that the relationship is dying. No intimacy. If there's no intimacy, I don't know from Accra to Suhum, from Accra to when you meet another person, you'll be able to talk to the person. Oh, hi, but you are not able to talk to your spouse like that. You are not able to talk to your partner like that. If you are not able to talk to your partner, the one you are with, then it means that there's no in that relationship. It means that that relationship is near death. It means that there's no intimacy. Intimate more common, intimate petty, intimate. And young common say it doesn't mean that we don't ask questions. Who are you with questions? Who are you? We have patch up way never in fast over there. That is no communication. I know so be a question. It will be a bit memsa. It's I know your communication. I'm looking for the teaspoon or at that kitchen hole. I know your communication. So okay, mine is not like that because me as for as we talk. I'm not talking about talk, I'm talking about communication. Communication means more just you flow in everything you do. You pet each other, you love yourselves, you are not afraid of each other's mood or mood swings. You don't get the cold treatment. A lot of people cold or silent treatment. If it so happens, more relationship na fe bedru baby na baako cold treatment ebi no feel say or yes na say it means that or punish it there you are just killing your relationship. You are not doing anything good. No communication about how your day went. Be one so I said okay be so no silent treatment was what should I be 3 days or no kasa 4 days or no kasa Usana sama no here no baako. Of a lesser punish you, Papa. So when he says, I know you are not punishing your partner. Mommy, if you feel you are punishing your partner by refusing to keep quiet, refusing to communicate, and I say, giving that person a silent treatment, you are not doing anything. In fact, I want to always go away, and I want to also a relationship. Because if you have anything, listen, if you intend to take your relationship far, if there's something, talk about it. If you intend to take your relationship far, so relationship, whatever relationship you are in, if you intend to take it far, whatever happens, both the good and the bad, talk about it. Whatever it is, say, relationship you do actually. If you intend to live with it, now you feel you are punishing. Listen, everybody has a background. It may be your background might not necessarily be somebody else's background. It may be from where you're coming from. If you feel that when you give the cold treatment, the person automatically comes begging you. But even if the person comes begging you, it will get to a point the person will stop. Even if the person will come begging you, it will get to a point the person will stop coming. The person will all of a sudden be one-sided. He or she might get tired of it, and he will stop begging you. She will stop begging you. He will stop coming. She will stop coming. It's after what God translate train say nipa ba power to but nipa na ama na afi o silent treatment who baby am fanfa. And so if any relationship you are in, if you intend to take it far, I say a house is built on wisdom. Whatever relationship, whatever business, whatever thing you are starting, it should be built on wisdom. God giving wisdom. Apply wisdom. So when you see what you see in relationships, a lot of people tend to believe say they are fooling others, and I say I am using this one, I'm intimidating the person, I'm pushing him or her too hard so that he will have nothing to do. Hey, one day ubehu no I do this. If you intend to take any relationship, and let's say Biana, you have it at the back of your minds. Bless you so much. You'll be able to bless you. let's say you have it at the back of your mind, say that relationship you don't intend to take it far. One man on one can say he doesn't want you for keeps, and I said she doesn't want you for keeps. One man, he or she wants you for a fling. Maybe I know you are one for the World Cup, so no one find the World Cup. One man, no. Who's that? And I say one for too serious, so don't find it serious. One man who now feeling say my market the future husband, so no who say future wife. You are also one market future wife, so no so who say future husband. But if indeed you intend to take any relationship far, then whatever that comes in, both good or bad, you have to talk about it. And especially the ones the other party keeps complaining about. A lot of us tend to shelve and some say because we put it at the back burner. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to discuss it because we feel say if we talk about it, it shows our vulnerability. To be awful, let's say if I talk about it, my vulnerability will show. People will say I have a weakness in this area or something. So they would want to shelve it. They would want to put it somewhere. They don't even want to talk about it. That means that you are killing your relationship, unless you have decided say you don't intend to take that relationship far. A house is built on wisdom, and for it to hold, for it to become strong, the Bible said you need to apply good sense. Proverbs 24, the verse 3. Every house, every relationship, every organization, everything you are doing, every business is built on wisdom. Said you all start your business of you don't eat all your profits. You tend to put a lot in there. So in relationships, you're more of investment. If you are a taker of relationship, if you are an empty cup in a relationship, if you came to take from your party, then it means that your relationship is going nowhere. They will say, oh, you nag too much. But you have to have a way of saying it so it doesn't become. But if you are talking about anybody who feels you nag and yet he wouldn't do anything, and I said she wouldn't do anything about it, it's not worth your time. And so look at it. You see, when you are entering into relationships, make sure you check all these things at the beginning. Certain relationship, I always say that when you are entering into relationships that, let's just say you find yourself a boyfriend or a girlfriend, that even though the person is not around you, you talk to the person, but anytime you talk to the person, when you finish, you feel drained. Because the person will tend to, listen, yes, we are there. That from this way, the answer me man, I'm come baby you. And I'm the most in your relationship as an American. It was now for some time for baby, mommy, no, I want you, mommy, of late we don't talk about relationships. That's why I've decided say this festive period I'm talking about relationships. Okay. Maybe nipa me na I only have who be happy. Okay. If you are in any relationship, especially those of you who are entering into new relationships, hey man, you Jimmy, so I'm sorry. That's why we are listening here. Let's go ahead. Go on, maybe after talking to the person, you realize you are tired. Simple questions you seem not to get answers to. And as when you are trying to explain yourself, as I declare, are you winding? No, please, we love it. All right, we are listening. Okay. When you are in any relationships that after talking to the person, you feel drained, you feel tired, you feel, I say you are always pouring. I say you always have to explain yourself. Every day it has to do with you and how you are. You don't act well. You know, every time I say your faults are being pointed. I'm not saying say if you have a fault, nobody should point it out to you. No. But I say everyday relationship now one side. One person keeps blaming one person. It's a toxic relationship. So if you are entering into any relationship, that there be a blame game. There be you did this, you did that, you you because you didn't do this, because you didn't say like, no, you should have said it like this, you should apologize this way, you should know, I don't, you should come this way, you should start again. No, tell me you are sorry, tell me. A house is built on wisdom, and for it to be strong enough to stand, you need a good sense. And you say, when you realize that whoever it is, I only know one, only betting come baby now who's a wabre. I say, what marathon? There be our, it's about you. You want my simple ubusana also be an hours ubusa question. The panel that seem dodgy with your questions. I say he doesn't want to address the question. She doesn't want to address the question. Mommy, it's true. It's true, talk money. Many of us are wasting our resources in relationships, whilst the other partner keeps doing what they deem right. And we need some of these teachings, which serve as eye openers. Yes, and indeed, the other day I was talking to a lady pastor friend of mine, and we were discussing. I think it is not because I just got divorced from my relationship. No, it's not because of that. But I believe even God gave me this opportunity. My relationship didn't work, but God wants me to get a lot of things in there to teach people, and He wants us, especially we women, men and women of God, to set the pace right, to tell the truth, to help people who are entering into relationships and things, so that they get to understand what is really happening, and I say what they get to know, what their worth represents, and what they stand to gain, and other things. Because a lot of things for some of us, yes, we are until maybe as answer until things didn't work out so much. But and so yes, that is into the truth. And they say, go on, if you talk to somebody and by the time you are finished talking to the person, you feel drained. Who's a simple question doesn't seem to be the other party doesn't seem to be forthcoming with answers, but the person seems dodging, and as if you or not, he or she would want to blame you for even asking a legitimate question. Yeah, to tell it is without holding back. Yeah. Oh my darling, young going, alright. Young going, young. And so yes, if the fact that you are in such a relationship, you ask simple questions and the person seems a bit dodgy about it, the partner person will go straight to it, then it means that you are up against a toxic relationship. And the person will tend to blame somebody else, or perhaps even blame you for asking a legitimate question. It means that you are not in that relationship. There's something wrong with it. You need to analyze it well. Especially this one, I'm talking to those who are now entering into relationships. If you are living, and I say you are entering into a relationship with someone who doesn't want to be accountable to you, listen. The reason why we call it a relationship is because of accountability. A relationship means you pour, I pour. You are accountable to me, I'm accountable to you. I'm supposed to explain my actions, you are supposed to explain your actions. You are supposed to allow me to get to know, so I wouldn't have any doubts in my mind. Question, Mommy, do you think God leads us into wrong relationships? Sometimes God will never, but our own will. You see, we have the permissive will of God, and we have the permissive will of God, and we have the perfect will of God. But most of us, we go for the permissive. So mostly it is what we want that we want God to bless. And for most of us, in part of family, I chose my husband. Me worry, and I was in the world. Maybe I can be a menikakra. It's a lot of relationships, and that is why if God If every relationship is ordained by God, and God wouldn't tell you, say, every good and perfect gift, or say, every good and perfect gift comes from Him. The next says, so Nyanka say, every good and perfect gift, the next one say, other gifts are not perfect. It's a perfect there. Let us say it was not given by God, by a permissive will. If you want to take something, please don't go in a relationship thinking a person will change. Yeah, that's the whole thing. But you see, a lot of so if we don't get to have teachings like this, if you don't get to understand and answer, if you don't have eye-openness like this, I told you because you might be thinking, say, okay, it's because maybe you have a different background or your background, and then you know, mostly too, I told you now from I can see a background. Say you're about where you're you enter into the relationship. Maybe you come from a very traumatic background. Make up traumatic. It could be in a lot of ways. Maybe you're growing up as a child, you didn't get certain things, and as if you're growing up as a child, you experienced a lot of how do I put it? Maybe you didn't have it smooth, and so you went through a lot of challenges, and so it is at the back of your mind, say, maybe a relationship is supposed to go. You enter into relationships, the person you can see, say, from the beginning, the person is not treating you right, but you tend to think, say, it's a relationship set here. So even if the person is not treating you right, and especially here in free Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, so everybody tends to believe, say, even when the relationship is not working, any idea, our idea is not supposed to be sweet. Marriage amplifies the vices of an individual, and so never expect any man or woman to change and be true. And so, however any person perceives himself and herself, or they acting, to be of value no on your passage. Obi say omuni ho kra na so ye kwase nipa no omuni nso obi ye kwase ade be do no anga say omuni ho oni any self-worth and sanity. And so if you are entering into a relationship, there are certain things they serve as red flags that you shouldn't ignore. If you realize that you are not able to talk frequently, but sex, so hey, yes, obi on maybe our boyfriend when you for in a day mutimi dabe 7 times. Hey, I tell my back to back, but in comedy and casanim, Moncomodi yes, so it's over. You don't have a relationship. In fact, you have a shallow relationship. So if you realize, say, your relationship is sexual, everything is based on sexual. It is all everything. Boyfriend and password or don't know the way I miss you, or I can't miss you, and then one another sex. We are no back. We say accommodate me on more any relationship. And I shall business away. Then will be nada. Oh, the answer say we go. I shall business away. We are human. A human away. Any relationship. A relationship is supposed to you have to always have something to talk about. If you realize that you don't have anything to talk about, it's a huge red flag. You don't have anything to talk about. It's just a big red flag. There's no intimacy, there's no petting, there's no loving, there's no caressing, there's no way saying yeah there. You don't see your future in the person. And listen, one of the biggest red flags, when you realize relationship, you are not supposed to take a man's phone. Everyone, the only thing you are not doing it is for your peace of mind. So woman that idea, and if I told one go be a because if you intend to take the relationship far, but now I'm talking to more I feel more remuno. Oba obema, obeso be funny phone. There be a watch. You've never heard this man's phone ring. You've never heard this woman's phone ring. There be a silence. And so woman will say, a vibrates. That's so still. Who's offer? Anytime who be prompted, oh, your phone is ringing, or say, leave it. It's say, I shall president no go for both male or female. And Nippon says order the phone to silent. And then says Nippon so doom ni phone. Listen. Obuwan must ask way whenever I teach it somewhere, people tell me say, then it means I want the person to play detective. No. He has nothing to play detective. But se Nippon, oh ya bregu. And when the person is not supposed to kill the phone, the person is not supposed to put off his phone and as a her phone. Because I'm in a relationship with you. It's your phone, say be okasa, and I want you be in your caller. You don't any who you answer be to speaker. But you should feel free to talk in my presence. To the member they need to speaker, talk to the person. Your responses will make me trust you. Your conversation will let me trust you. Unless it be a business when I look at a business we say unless the person has no way with you. Why are you hiding? I don't know what it is. I didn't know what now boyfriend in your phone has been on silent. No obian frail. Obian frail. And I will be frail. Now phone will be on crap. Obo saw the phone or they are two upside down. Near the butu. Obi saw a phone or they are too silent. Ding. Buso I was said that blocky setting cause a ring it. Not drop it. To be honest, that don't touch his phone. It should boss me like something. Me could see. Okay, it is his private something. And then the private way. Mommy, you hit the point, spam. She always use my phone. But I know if I hear, they will be quarreling, so I won't. It means that if she hears something, they will be quarreling, so you won't. It means that you keep it away. All right. So my husband warned me never to go near his phone. But I just say we're in a healthy relationship. Listen, it's like you telling me that I have extracurricular activities somewhere, so that one doesn't concern you. And it's a toxic. Ghana is so Ghana penny is so now yeah, Gigi, you may be so yes, you marry him, but make sure it's as if everybody has been given the right to cheat. It's as if everybody has been given the right to do extra, have extramarital or extra curricular activities somewhere without their partner knowing, and so it shouldn't be their partner's business. It is not your business. Is it your business who I talk to? It is. Strong password like IT. Oh, I don't put the send or they are too so. Let's just say be or baby, be on person phone better no be at me. Password that's what. But it been one no more. Too much. And so listen, if you're a man or woman of God here, and you are teaching your members, you are teaching, yes, don't go near his phone, don't go. It's just like you say, don't go near her pants. And he shouldn't also go near your pants. It's as simple as that. That's how it is. We are in a relationship, we are in a marriage, but nobody should sleep with each other. Because the private area and the privacy. That is a private area and the privacy. And so if you are telling your church member not to go near ne husband's phone and that's the wife's phone. It's just like you saying, say yes, you are married to him, all right, you are married to her, all right, but make sure you don't sleep with her, because baby, the most intimate parts of crime. Obi kura hu wo ne kun tru mu kwan ne ade nyina. Obi hu ne yire ebe bia ne scorpion pain nyina wa hu. So what's the big deal? Those of us yeah, this animal church no. Also for revise, because one cause also for you are not truthful. And also you want to teach it as who teach it no as a year program or a course. And I know what they train for, so that everybody will follow your footsteps. Also, if you're a credible man, why would you be teaching this? And so yes, if you are in any place, nosophobia keeps repeating, that's not a healthy church. So soon, if you are going into any relationship, if the guy is not comfortable with you, when it's on now the phone, no I can't say, no I can't say, no I can't say, we are friend, no butu, we are on person any panel crab because hello Nikaka Krabbits mama home when a man is talking to a man, you can easily see it. When a woman is talking to another woman, you can easily see it. When a woman is talking to a man who goes up and the voice says, no I can't, bro. Yes. When a man is talking to a boy, say, yeah. Sure. Okay. Right now. Well, as an other for you, Charlie, what's up? Well, say, that's to say, ba. Who was a preoccupant the voice in your answers, huh? Exactly the point. Exactly the pants there. They want to remove. But phone is a no. There are a lot of things we on man. Yeah, if you realize that all these things are red flags, and you know your signs of a dead relationship. Your partner keeps everything away from you. You don't seem to know him or her. When anything's the business crowd when you only boy my 94 years. The Juma go on shadow and through me. Make us on chair on Ejuma so on when Ejuma. But I don't say he doesn't want to tell you anything. Yeah. Yes, you can easily tell me. And I beg you, if you are in any relationship and then go for, I've been distracted a lot while. We couldn't do much in that time, yes, but me cock a crabby. Now for you, see her. And so you hear signs of a dead relationship. Yeah, they just opposite Proverbs 24. No? And the third one was a house is built on wisdom, and its strength is dependent on good sense. Indeed, if you do not have wisdom, what do you mean go into a relationship? Listen, a lot of people are dating, and so I'm not afraid to say it. Preferably dating some come. Enti o date you be but onim on tear says any pan crab busa the question. Obi date you be so on person obi be who what is going on with him. Or say this is my privacy. We date because we want another person to be part of us. We are entering into relationships because we feel yes we've been by ourselves for far too long. And we want another person to be part of us so we can move together. We are getting married because we feel sad. We have lived by ourselves for far too long, and now we want to have an intimate relationship with somebody whom we will be accountable to. Being accountable is an integral part of relationships. Being accountable, so we are accountability. So we are BBS, so we nipa, obi begus our some way in ano. Oh, Hanum, so to meet catch your boyfriend or girlfriend, or ye ukum. Babes, I am here. I am doing this. What to mean? Because yes, you went for a conference. Now, conference took so much of your time, so you couldn't call your partner. And the conference took so much of your time. What die 3 days? You couldn't call your partner, you couldn't talk to them, you couldn't send them a message, you couldn't talk to them. That is not a healthy relationship. You see, we should stop being relationship takers, if I should put it like that. and especially the women, because we are on the other side now. Say, yeah, na mema be pay and be worry and in your even if a woman sees a relationship no come cry a toxic one, almost a lot of things doesn't add up, where it doesn't make sense, and so now still or did who push him, almost a way on your trustworthy. Wouldn't it want everything indicates a mad doors on Crawford friend is our own fact. The Bians will chat to a woman and turn about what pay. No, we're defending with another lie. Woman, watch you. Now, why you are trying to know some power, chowing idea. And you believe that it's going to change. If one man you are living it with a woman, or yet draw, or you specialize the draw. Everything you see about this woman, and yet draw, and you think that she's because she's beautiful. Because she's the type of woman you want, because she knows how to sleep with you, she knows how to buhari you. So because you feel she knows how to make love to you, and you are able to tiem or me chill bear man the channel to cry. No about papa now about who feel say it means that woman is saying you see my girlfriend, she's not perfect, but I overlook all these things because when it comes to sex she's very good. What jadi because it means that relationship is going nowhere. Apart from sex, there's nothing good in it. Apart from sex, and there's going to be a time the sex will be normalized. Sex never be normal. Baby cry or no cry or they baby pay on or they who. And so now all these other things are staring you in the face. All these lies, all these treachery, all these things he or she is doing in her face, staring you in the face. It's why we're here. And you might be one man when you are entering into a relationship. Signs. If you realize there's no intimacy, listen, you can be having sex every day without intimacy. Don't ever feel that the fact that you're having sex every day means that you are intimate. No. Intimacy and for sex, sex is part of it anyway. In sex, but then you could be having sex without being intimate. It's I shall for one for be one night stand and yeah, intimacy be any. And a hardcore a chemistry and on any panaka. A lot of people will be crying, will be better. So don't confuse intimacy with sex. It's if you realize that there's no intimacy in the relationship, if you realize that there's no communication, when you say that you don't have anything to, and listen, communication is not forced. You don't have to. Yes, it will be the assembly back that we talk about, Debbie. So, you always the eyes of the person will spark a communication. Will spark communication. The way the person looks, the way the person projects, the fact that the person is quiet. Yeah. Prayers as routine and prayer, closeness to God. I'm sure that that's what you wanted to say. It's yes, you could be having sex every day with someone without necessarily being intimate with the person. It's one way you could be confused a lot of things. Someone can say, okay, deeper way there be that until we are intimate. No, intimacy means not having enough of a person, not getting enough from a person. And I say, anytime you go, like anytime you talk to the person, you maybe be and you wish said that you never ended the communication. I said, I'm talking about it. Your boyfriend is outside, and you're outside. Say, outside the country, or quite Juma, and now your girlfriend is somewhere. Anytime, be an answer one in China. Or 7 or toilet and check with now say I just will be your yes as and with me pretending in all this. But indeed, if you are intimate with such a person, you are with the person all the way through. You will never seem to have enough of such a person. And only you can't say you are intimate with the person. I don't know, you pet, you kiss easily, you tap. There be because if someone has a reservation when it comes to kissing you, check your waist. Ebiana uni. I will be uni class, any panity boa, when I would see me say, when no more, and send panity boa. No to be true and we be soon away as a sending panel so a catcher or pomp so I know a jai. Maybe I will know their bones to make it because relationships kisses here can't be. And so if you realize that nobody is kissing you, and I say you are not kissing anyone, and I say somebody is not kissing you, then it means that there's a problem. One man now, a new mommy, you know, listen. Genuinely, you are nipa on pell, but near Kenya, I shall ride. It be so one man, maybe a nipa nepel, that's a cent to one. That's my main catch. One of the things that very constant, and it's a sense to this war anyone at ya. Nipa no dog crowd be how. Because I don't total business, I did be idea, would they want no more. And he said, when no born, when no more, and out I be and I wouldn't no more, who smoky. Wow, can you know, when no more born can't get to set toilet? Hey, could you treat? Said the bear, somebody can be intimate with you. We walk up a person who didn't come. But who be you and say, hey, as a will be a connection. It was as a soul to ultimate checking. But in relationships, a two way say, who say you are not able to pet each other, you are not able to kiss frequently. Let's say, wait. Obidowa, the person is always all over you. The end body or be like kisses. Catch it and say, Black, what you choose? They just watch them. Sister, what you choose? They just watch them. Adding, so you catch on out to Mrs. Yes, the pandemic now. Odian can't so, and is part of it. So if you realize that you are not intimate with someone, and somebody is not intimate with you, is a sign that your relationship is dying off. And when he or she keeps making excuses, it means that the relationship is dead. When you go on or making excuses, I said there be you went in a meeting me no. I couldn't call you because I was in a meeting. I couldn't call you because I didn't see a ama meti. I'm laughing out loud. Making excuses. Maybe he or she is making excuses as to why he was late, as to why he couldn't pick your calls, as to why she didn't return your calls, as to why she didn't come on time, as to why he didn't pay attention to you. And Obi-Wan no turning around, making excuses. And the business Obi-Wan no turning, no blame you. Because you did this, because you did that, because you did that, because this happened. Now you're unnecessarily wrangling. Instead, say obey a relationship. Now, you know, if you want now you listen. When somebody loves you, the person wouldn't give you excuses, baby. It's those of you who are entering into relationships. This guy says he loves you, but particular times unfair. Particular times. What check here was that between 8 o'clock and 7 o'clock in there, 7 p.m. Between 7 p.m. to 10 a.m. Anopa. The phone on fire. No, I said, I just say, he slept off. He's been sleeping quite early. Yeah, what? Nipa catch us oh, baby. You know, say he's supposed to be alone. That's one friend, he wouldn't pick his call. Only for him to tell you, see, my boss was talking to me, and when he finished, we had a meeting. And, Wana. Did he break off one call? One call, sabi, one call toilet. Couldn't he talk to anyone? When did he? Didn't he break to eat? And so if you realize all these things are happening in your relationship, that alone should tell you. That alone should tell you, sir, that person, it's a lie. It's a that relationship is a toxic one. The person is living a double life. The person is cheating on you. The person is dating someone else. Only your baby in the see, she's there with you alone. But particular times be ube friend. Also I know quite a one. As we are born numerous 6 between 6 and Anopa 9. Sister ain't find a call. I just about Anopa 9. And son about now she will be calling you. Oh, I didn't know. Yesterday I got headache. It's me down them. And yeah, that's alone should tell you, say. That's a very toxic relationship. The woman said to Tony, you see, we overlook certain things because of our love and because of the passion we have for such people. And I say because of the fact that we tend to like certain things about those people, and because of that we overlook it. Only we can it do certain times of the evening. Also, but certain times of the evening, the phone will go through that, especially after 6. Ube friend, the phone will go through. Aka bear to na bro 30 minutes so bedroom fie no friend the phone will go through. Now what you do when you say everything is all right, everything. Listen, a lot of people are living in relationships. Would that it will cause rubber from some relationship. Unless you choose say what the other them come watch me. They say, who be when you can you maybe one man, you can adjust them. One man not to me, you just let it go. Because hey, I realize something. What one woman wouldn't do for one person, a man, another woman would do it and even do it more. So what one man wouldn't do for we tend to believe say all relationships are the same. No, all relationships are not the same. Even for some of us, we come from very traumatic backgrounds. Say, yeah, baby, a free ban here. Ade papa bi no be mebu ye kwase abroke ya tmu an ye de nam saa na ye because you think say normal. It's why broken heart you've come to accept it. Say it's part of life. Kopim so benya HIV and say no say normal. That's to say if you value so kakra bia. Ade bi one man you stop it at the inception stage. It will be one called the ade bi he wouldn't continue. She wouldn't continue. We tend to overlook things. And again, we live in a society where people tend to tell you, say, when you see something about your boyfriend, your girlfriend, don't ask questions. You don't ask questions. How do you intend to live? Unless anybody that lives with somebody else, a yes full of doubts, yet you must have questions. It is a toxic one. If you are not going to ask questions, then it means that you are going to be full of doubt. And anybody that doubts, it means that there's no trust. And if there's no trust, intimacy will not come. And if intimacy will not come, then communication will not flow. If communication doesn't flow, the relationship is dead. One thing will lead to the other, and the other thing will lead to the other. And listen, if there's no intimacy, there's no communication, it is difficult for you to even allow yourself for the person to explore you the way he or she wants to explore you. And also when you are making love to such a person, you become rigid. When you are making love to such a person, you can't allow yourself because you are always having doubts. You are having wild thoughts. You are thinking about what ifs and what ifs and what ifs and what ifs. So you don't even allow yourself. So listen, and on any spiritual, that relationship, it is dead from where it started dying of every second. And so if you see, and we live with this toxicity, and we believe, say, and on the relationship. Listen, for some of us, we've been accepting nonsense. But hey, may catch the woman for and I feel na wokum and I feel na be weni kakra. Or baby you can see her for who she really is. One you correct is or maybe one man you can see him for who he really is. And listen, don't be overwhelmed by the fact that he knows how to talk. He speaks well. The vocabulary is so on point. He knows how to choose words. On what can I say now? You go like Abba, come and listen to something. This guy. Now I says, no. Anytime he speaks, my heart goes like jiggy. Oh Jade. Oh Jade, oh what? And this will know when to throw in the towel, know when to say no. And listen, learn to say no. I thought I've been a new maybe because so I feel one starting relationship in new baby. Give it a stop sign. You also cry, only panel order that. But almost listen, and you may be accumulating baby. I better say eventually. Because eventually, if the relationship is not happening, baby, you have to learn to say no. It is okay. And you know, I've had enough. Hey, listen, people will not even respect you if they realize that they will go and come. They will go and you excuse every nonsense they bring. They won't even regard you. Only grass I won't cry, only baby I go. Only so cry no you. You are even lucky to have had him or her. And if only so cry, only baby I go. I can't I sharad. Ubegi so I but it's about time you take a standpoint. Because if you do not stand for something, you fall for anything. And because you don't stand for it, making sure when things are not happening. A house is built on wisdom. There are some people, they are not wise. When in it now you become a fool, and before you realize their character traits in the world, you might even be asking yourself, say, oh yeah, Rihanna. You'll be asking yourself whether or not you are crazy. Why you tend to also be looking for solace elsewhere, even though you are with them? Because they are not meeting your needs. I know, so there are a lot of void, there are a lot of questions in there. So why you tend to be looking for solace from outside. See, doesn't return your call or call. So be frail. Signs of a broken relationship, signs of a dead relationship, signs of a dying relationship. If the person doesn't call you, he doesn't return your call. After I'm starting relationship. And listen, let me tell you the women. A man has to call you. Allow the man to do the chasing. At every point in time. Don't let it get to a point that as a won't call an offer of boyfriend. Relationship not good at that. Free, never. A man has to do the calling. Let the person know that he is the one. Because if a man loves you, I say someone or failing and once or failing say he is the one who needs you. You have to be sure, say indeed he wants you. With a woman through submission, a woman can love a man. Some are maybe I still there, that's a different thing. I know the Mawari Namoko. Mawari maybe I check, and as I see a Moon, Yama woman, Warenu, who became Munioman in answer, said, yeah, that's a different thing. But I feel no more worry, I'm feeling a mobile worry. Get boy, you wouldn't need Baba, so every day when I old friend was sending a text, who was sending way to say, sister, aren't you doing a man's job for him? If you realize, that the one you are with, you are the only person doing the calling. You seem to care. You seem to remember birthdays and celebrations. You seem to want to buy things. As on the on kind person on chrome crowd, better be crowd the aba. And love is reciprocal. So if the person, and listen, give the place of a man to him. No. Don't buy him the ring. Don't buy him the ring. You can talk away and famano. You can talk bibi and famano. Allow the man to do the chasing. Allow the man to buy you the ring. Sister, what have you now? Don't go and buy your ring. You never have money into so. Allow the man to do the chasing. Allow the man to be calling. And listen, we're told to be a jadesi man. Give him the benefit of the doubt. If you still realize that for days he's not called you, then it means that person, you are not as important as you feel you are. The man should be madly chasing you, not necessarily madly. But at least allow him to do his bidding. More no text, more no musasa what to say. And listen, Bibi out the best be anaka. Hey, I wanna be able to how are you? I miss you, so come back. I miss you. No way, Jimmy and Charles. Hey, I told you, Oja, who also go down. Tell me, Uncle Baby. I said, Sebe. The dog looks The dogs looks for the bones and not the other way around. But the truth is, so they said, it almost as a dog, no. Or you ain't not just so competitive, na don't pay the beer out of one na dog Gary, na do one na dog Gary, now do one na dog Gary. Tidachi dog waruye. Now if a dog go say, what you want, now if you want some fabra no rea. After na dog, I quite you must say, dog won't frame it. Dog said there be a fabra no me. It also have some self-worth. So I knew maybe one my doesn't mean say, yes, you are the baby, let there be a school kakra wakonti. Then you also my school here, it's not like that. Now, a woman can also do it. Any end. Once you have a kakra, I say now, a woman can also do the loving, a woman can also do the asking out. Yes, you can also call him, you should be texting him, you should ask him how he's doing. What I know about my woman, and I don't know about. I love your teachings, mommy. Indeed, you are a blessing. Bless you too, darling. There are certain things he gives. It is part of his manliness. I can say if he is the one who is going to take care of the home, dear, he should take care of you whilst you are the girlfriend. It's your own necessary. My darling, how are you? Oh yeah, I miss you like crazy. But the baby I can home. And listen, I thought be a man you say me. I don't feel every woman there's a little girl in every woman. So allow yourself, let a man pamper you. You won't have the old pamper bema. Mo a German shame muka crano. Obu a German bona ubo no bebre ninti. Africa crabuna na watch a picture. And we be your hand with the question. And why you no food now they are saying, hey ho, be me what I was having hot dishes to see. What the dishes see you sending it through the internet. So there's nothing. There's no way be excitement to be only here because I know sweetie. Bibi on ma make wa ko war no ma ko he because I dey are 2 plates so they are commanded that. We twa in toto, wa be ade emu atwa ma no, wa twa oto, wa twa onufu. I thought be kura listen, it is part of the intimacy. Let the man feel say when you're a queen. Let the man know say when you're about papa. You don't call him. Was one few to my jatum 3 days and friend. One friend one no who's on pelsa. Listen, because absent the Asante for Bible says to say and Grand for Bible says makes the heart go fonder. It is obi who obedience or donna. None of come a change channel. And so indeed, if somebody is in your heart, ultimately Sorano Panka say, I've not been thinking about you. This will be dream hopa and my check on what that will say was send a text message. Hey, are you sleeping? I'm thinking about you. I love you. Now what dear? What's your pa? How are you? Have you eaten? I want to come and wash your clothes. Sister. Down quiet seminal. Oh shady. It's the truth. So allow your man to hunt for you. Manage you so kakra na eja onu makotre fie kra na ho kire kakra ba podi onim so wanya wawi. There's a little girl in every woman. It doesn't matter your age. So allow yourself to be pampered by a man. Ya fe na una fe na akoye pamper. E na wo sketi, wakoye shopping bibi. Na dia akoma no. What on nyoma bibi wakoye surprise birthday party sister ehun ya. Ade bi wa ye be ma ojimi mi nso se meka ai se woni na tsen oyoku and I say bi mo ko study mo be worry ma she mo date mpo na o ye surprise birthday and also kra men ko ye nyoma overly expensive even when you have so much. When you nyoma overly expensive you can have a dinner for 2 then you pay for it. Eno kra bo na ai Ghana ha de ma be ma na say ntua no ho say odi nyoma bi hihye one way they be able to find Gigalo. They be unquam, Bema because I just a 1 hour. Oton Tadia man, Utopio man, Uto Bibi man, Utofu man, or the friend mouth of Eddie and Guana obey. Eti, don't be calling such a person all the time. Don't be sending him messages. And I love you, baby, you're boring. Well, kakrebi no send love emoji. Love. Keep your love. Fako mama, I mean, What do you bema back every 2 minutes was send here and member ni be so one boring people. Love. Fashion. Keep it. Stop cooking for them. Every week be our but once in a while call. Meet together. Mommy, what about a man who always says you are in the talking stage, and this talking stage has been 5 months on Pell? A man knows or better who about person or whatever. Obet me you so they decide. Or better who or bar or person or whatever. Oh, yeah, 6 months.